I don't like putting myself in a box, right? Because the moment I say I am a designer, I am an artist, I'm only putting myself within the lines of being that person, right? And I hate that. I like to call myself, or my mom used to like to call me, a multi-potentialite, meaning if I put my thought process to anything, I can literally be whatever I wanted. My name is Leila Marie. I am a creative based in Abu Dhabi. I've been in the industry for about 6 years. So I'm 23. I am half Filipino, half Sudanese. Very big ups to my cultures. I'm very proud of them. I do art. I do creative work. I've worked in production before, but I grew up around art. Like 13 years old, I was with her at the gallery all the time. My mom said, okay, how about you come to work with me one day? This was around when I was 15. And I started working with her at the framing shop. I started doing stretching with her. I started doing proper framing myself. And then that's kind of like kick-started it. So that was my first exhibition when I was 16. I did another exhibition when I was 17. A few of my artworks were posted in a few magazines. So with the art gallery, like, mashallah, alhamdulillah, we've grown so much from 2016, I am International Artist Management, to the way that it is right now. So we mainly, at first we started with exhibitions, meaning we had 4 exhibitions a year. But the way that we wanted to go about it was we didn't want to have it in a traditional gallery space, because that meant that people had to take time out of their day to come to the gallery, which is very hard. You're not going to get much footfall. So what we decided to do was make galleries in public spaces where you least expect it to be, which we targeted was hotels. Biggest inspiration, this was like, now that I was way older, maybe around 14, 15, was my mom. Allah yarhamha, she passed away in 2021. And it was like, to me, I am the person that I am because of her. I am very, very similar to her. It's because, like, I literally caught all my habits, all of my work ethics, all of my mentality kind of from her. My hustle mentality came from her. My need to achieve something bigger than life came from her. So she's like my biggest inspiration. Even now, like, Allah yarhamha, like, now that she's gone, and more so like I'm doing this on my own, it's more so like every time I'm like, okay, I need to make her proud. Like, I have a very important saying that I grew up with, that my grandma and my mom used to tell me, which is "As-sahib sahib," meaning the friend pulls. The statement is because you are who you surround yourself with. Every time I'm within their presence, I'm reminded why I do what I do, why I should keep doing what I do, and why it's so important to me. I give up all my thanks and all my appreciation to the community that has raised me, which is the Abu Dhabi art community, or just generally the creative community here is insane. We have some of the best talents in this region, and I can't wait till people realize it. So the spot was to do events that catered to certain parts of the community, where it was also very educational, right? You come out of it feeling inspired, learning new things. One of the biggest things that we've done, which was the Spot Camp, which is a summer camp for, I don't say adults, but for older people. Started summer around July. Me and Kai were sitting down, and I was like, why is there nothing to do for people our age? Why can't I learn something new? Why can't I try things, be able to meet and network with people? So we decided to have an event called the Spot Camp, which every week end of the month of August, we did something catered to a certain community. So we did one for the ski community, we did one for the photography community, writers community, and then the fashion community. But what we're trying to do is create open spaces for people to come in, feel like, okay, maybe this is the community I want to get into, We're doing some really big things, inshallah, by the end of this year and then the beginning of next year. But yeah, I'm really excited. I think one thing that this generation are doing differently is utilizing the talent that they have. They're learning new things, they're going out and doing it instead of sitting down and waiting for things to fall onto their lap. I'm surrounded by people that never waste talent. talent is literally everything. Talent is, it's food, sports, it's music, it's everything. If you can utilize your talent doing that one thing that you truly love, you've made it. There's so much bigger things that are coming our way in this industry, and especially in our region. So grab your talent, make the best out of it, be different, be better. I would say artistic block or creative block is such a killer, especially when you have burnout. It kind of really messes up with your blood when it actually comes to it. When you do get creative block, it's like everything you do is not to the capabilities that you want it to be. So it ends up being really wacky. Like the work, you look at it and you just hate it, but you need to submit it, right? And the client might love it, but when it comes to like actual face value, you're like, yeah, I didn't like it, I hate it, and you can't do anything about it, right? When it comes to financial struggles, also is a thing. Like I'm the breadwinner of the family, like I support my brothers. You're not only feeding yourself, right? I could be a starving artist, it's fine, but like when there's other people involved, you're very much like aware of how you not doing something is gonna cause other people. It's a domino effect. So therefore, like sometimes I did some odd jobs that I didn't really like to do, like office jobs. I hate being a graphic designer, but I had to do it because, you know, it makes money, because at the end of the day, you gotta eat. Yeah, you're gonna get financial struggle. Yes, you're gonna get creative block. Yes, there's gonna be a lot of negatives to you being in this industry, but the one big positive, you're doing something right. Was my mom made sure that I utilized the talent that I had. And like, when those moments where I prevail, the hardships, at the end of it, I was like, I love what I do, right? So in that time, when it comes to it, I'm like, yeah, you should never waste talent. Like literally utilize it, right? I took from the industry that we're in and the experiences that I felt is that if I want something, I can get it. I just need to work hard enough for it, right? And within that hard work, there's going to be these struggles that are going to happen. And in these struggles, you're going to want to quit. I'm thankful I didn't quit, because there's so much more to my story that I can't wait to share with a lot of people.